Hi, thanks for joining me today. We're going to be making baked ziti, and I'm going to serve that with a salad and some garlic bread. So I'm going to be starting off tonight's dinner by browning some ground beef. I'm going to add some onions to that. And I'm also going to be adding a little bit of beef bouillon base. And I'm not going to put a lot in, but I do want a little bit for flavor. That actually is going to give it a lot of flavor. So this is actually the better than bouillon beef base. It's very good. And I'm just going to go ahead and brown this up, and then I'll show you what seasonings I add to it. So while I'm browning up the ground beef, I've actually put some hot water on the stove to get the ziti boiling. And in the meantime, I'm just going to break up this hamburger meat, and I'm going to cook up these onions. It already smells amazing. Just putting that little bit of bouillon seasoning in will give it so much flavor. So to this, I'm going to add some of my homestead patch herbs. And these are the ones that I grow in my herb garden. Got the oregano, the rosemary, oh, it smells so good. I've also got some powdered garlic. I'm going to put a little bit of that in there. A little bit of salt and pepper. And I don't have any basil leaves completely ready yet in my herb garden, so I'm going to put in some dehydrated basil, just a few shakes of it, and I'm just going to continue stirring up my beef. Oh, that smells amazing. Very, very good. Wow, so aromatic. It's amazing. So if you've never made baked ziti, it's very easy. You're going to use some type of a Italian sauce. You can either use a canned, you can make your own. I do both. Today I'm kind of going the easy way with everything. I'm going to be making my ziti with a canned sauce. It's very simple. And I'm going to add some sauce to the meat, and then I'm going to leave some sauce that has no meat in it at all. And to this, I'm also going to add a little bit of the garlic that's already minced. As you can see, my ziti, I've already added a half a can of the tomato sauce that I had. It's actually a prepared Italian sauce, and I put that in with my ground beef. Now, instead of ground beef, you could do a combination of pork and beef. You could use chicken. You could use really almost anything that you have on hand. I didn't have any pork, so I actually made this with ground beef, and it came out really delicious. So this is how I did it today. And as I said, you could make it with homemade sauce, or you could use a prepared sauce. There's some very good ones on the market now, so I've went ahead, and I'm kind of short on time today, so I'm doing a prepared sauce. So my meat has stopped cooking. I put it on warm, and at this point I decided to shred up my mozzarella cheese. I'm going to use about a half of a 16-ounce block, so about 8 ounces of cheese. And I may use a little bit of Monterey Jack but I need half of this for another meal later in the week. So I've got a little bit of Parmesan I'm going to add to that, and I'm also going to be taking my noodles off the stove and rinsing those and start putting the ziti together. At this point, I realized that I lost a little bit of footage putting my ziti casserole together. So as you can see on the left, I've got my meat mixture. I've went ahead and put some sauce down in the platter. I've got my noodles and some ricotta cheese. I'm just going to layer the cheeses, the meat mixture, the sauce, and the ziti. I have enough to layer it a couple of times, and then I'm going to get ready to put that in the oven. So while my ziti is baking, I've got a salad already prepared. So all I'm going to do is get my garlic bread ready and get it put in the oven. So all I did was I took about 1/4 cup of butter. I'm going to add some, maybe like a half a teaspoon of garlic, something like that. I'm going to add some of my herbs, and I'm also going to add some Parmesan cheese. So you put in whatever it is you like on your garlic bread. I'm not sure what other people do, but this is how I like mine. So all I'm going to do at this point is just put it on my bread, just like so. Smells amazing. Of course, anything with garlic smells pretty darn good. And then all I'm going to do is just brush it onto the bread the best I can. The butter, by melting the butter, you don't want it all the way melted because it's, it's going to make it hard to kind of hold together. I make it more just like a paste, and that seems to work really good. So when you feel like you have it the way that you want it, I actually put it on a little pan just so nothing drips down in my stove. And I'm gonna just put this in the oven until it toasts up for about, I don't know how long. I just start checking it after about 6 minutes, and I'll show you how it looks when it comes out. Oh my gosh, this baked ziti smells and looks so good. I just can't wait to share it with you. So I'm serving that today with some garlic bread. I have a beautiful salad that I've made, and I'll just dig right in. So we're just gonna take a little bit of our salad. Now this was kind of a pre-made salad, but I did add some of my own items to it to make it more of a, I won't even say homemade because it's not homemade, but it is very good. I'm just gonna put a little bit of balsamic vinaigrette on it. I don't have any Italian, so that's what I'm gonna use. And then I'm just gonna cut a nice portion of this. Oh, just looks amazing. This baked ziti. And this is how it looks. Look at that. What a delicious meal. So I am gonna go ahead and give this a try for you, even though it looks like hot lava. I am thinking that if I blow on it enough, maybe it will work. So I'm gonna give this a try for you. Hopefully it doesn't burn me, but I'll take my chances. A little piece of. Oh my gosh, that's delicious. So good. Just what I was looking for tonight. So good. Baked ziti. Give it a try.